chicken. Hey, baby. I come to get some eggs. What y'all got for me? Ooh, look how you digging up that soil. Hey, girls. Y'all miss me? Huh? Look at you. Picking and plucking. You doing a good job with that soil, girl. I wish I had some land. I'm going to have to invite y'all over. Yes. Yes. Kick it, girl. Kick it. Do the two-step. All right. Yes. Y'all look like y'all over there hand dancing. So, for y'all who getting them chickens and things, this is what they'll do to your soil. Okay? They demonstrating to you how they can benefit you. Not only do they dig up your soil and turn your soil and poop in your soil and make it nice and healthy and black like you see here, but honey, they pick and pluck everything out of it, bugs and all. Okay, you see these girls doing the two-step? Here they go. Make that move. There you go. There you go. Look how big and beautiful their feathers are, how plump they are. And these are egg layers, y'all. Okay, so I'm going in here. I hope these girls, did y'all lay anything today? Huh? Because y'all know I drove a long way to come get y'all eggs, baby. Did you lay anything today? Okay, well, we'll see. Let me go inside. Welcome to Brayhead Farm. Hey, hey. I need some eggs today. I need some eggs today. I need dirty eggs, girl. I need them dirty. Okay. Hey, ladies. Thank you so much for my eggs. I appreciate that. Can I collect? Excuse me. Miss, please stop it. Miss, can I collect my egg? Thank you. Look, y'all. Look. Ladies, thank you. Thank you for your business. I paid inside. I am not stealing. I paid inside. So, y'all, I just left. I was running my mouth, so I couldn't show y'all the footage because I didn't even get the footage of the egg collection at Brayhead and Farm. So they thought they ain't had no more, but some girls hatched it out, baby. They hatched it out for me. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get off of here and I'm gonna go home and I'm gonna show you a thing or two. Barbecue and boogaloo. So stay tuned, stay with me. Y'all take care until I get back to DC. Thank you. Whew, child, I done made it home. I'm back at the Hoodsteader. I done left the farm collecting chicken eggs, and here's the dealio. Now, a lot of us got these birds. We done been a Tractor Supply. We done put birds on our land. But what about us of those who don't have land? What are we going to do? We're not able to raise birds for meat. We're not able to raise birds to have eggs to go out and harvest to use in our cooking. Diesel fuel is climbing, and those tractor trailer trucks are responsible for bringing us our goods. So what happens? Knowing that current situations are taking place right now, when those prices get so high that we don't get any type of deliveries in our areas, or not as frequent as we normally would. What happens? What about us Hoodsteaders, apartment dwellers, dorm steaders? What do? How can we get fresh eggs? We can't go out into the backyard to collect. So, what I have here for you is a way that you can still do it on your hood farm, in the hood, in your apartment, or wherever you are if you don't have chickens and or land. Don't forget, the bird flu also is among us, and there may not be any chickens to get poultry from or eggs. So again, what do we do? Well, today I want to share an idea with you about preserving eggs. Now, what you would need is pickling lime, also known as slake lime. You can find this in your canning aisle, at your local Walmart, or on Amazon. Also, the name of this goes by calcium hydroxide. Please do your research about preserving eggs. This process is called water glassing. People have ways of doing this. Some people beg to differ about what it is that's being used, whether it's water glassing or not. Nevertheless, nobody's getting into those arguments. It is a way to preserve eggs. Period. Bottom line. Please don't get into these technical terms with people if the results will all be the same. They can call it Mickey Mouse eggs. As long as you can get an 18-month storage shelf life on these eggs, the same as the person who call it pickling, preserving, or water glassing, or Mickey Mouse put away egg, whatever it is. As long as you all can yield the same results, then can we all just get along and speak our own language? In the meantime, I still want you to research it, look it up, find someone on YouTube who does this so that you can get a better idea of how to do it or follow along with the video or someone else's video. Now, there's a product in your local grocery store that's called Casa Mesa, and it's a corn flour that is dried and treated in a solution, and it's lime and water, and it's also called slake lime. If you go in the store, pick up that bag, turn it to the back, you'll see that. Sometimes we eat things and we don't even know what's in it. So all we're doing today is just really doing some of the things that the local people do, or people who food distributors do to get food out to us out at the store. We're doing some of the things the way that they do it anyway. Because in Mexico, they use slake lime in a flour called Casa Mesa, corn flour products. And that process is done so that the nutrient niacin can be assimilated by the digestive tract. So, how many of us read labels that ain't on diets, that ain't watching weights, that ain't fit, fancy? I don't. But I am sure learning a lot now. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get these eggs prepared. How am I going to prepare these eggs? Well, in order to preserve eggs in the pickling lime, aka slake lime, aka calcium hydroxide, you need to collect these eggs dirty. So earlier in the video, you saw that I asked for dirty eggs. And the purpose of dirty eggs is these eggs, when chickens lay them, they are covered in something called a bloom. It's a protective cover over the eggshell, sort of like our skin is covered to protect our organs and the things that's inside of our body. So that bloom is on this egg, and it has to be on this egg in order for you to preserve it in this pickling lime, so that the lime does not enter into the egg itself. So you can get about an 12 to 18 month shelf life on this if you do it correctly. Now, what you would need is pickling lime, clean and washed and dry containers, even though you're going to wet them up by putting the water and the lime in it. You're going to need 1 ounce of pickling lime to 1 quart of water. 1 ounce of pickling lime equals 2 tablespoons. So for every 2 tablespoons of pickling lime, you're going to add that to 1 quart of water. And what I have here is 2 half-gallon jars of empty jars to be able to store eggs in, and you can use any type of vessel you wish. I have another container here. I have a 5-gallon bucket, and I also have a 3-gallon bucket. As I stated before, you can use any vessel you wish in order to store these eggs in. Now, when you store these eggs, you may see that the lime may float to the bottom. It's okay. Let it float. Everything is still working accordingly. And the good news is you can continuously add eggs to your container if it is not filled when you first do that. Isn't that awesome news, guys? You don't have to start the process over in a new container just because it wasn't done on the same day. So, your eggs must be dirty and covered in bloom. You want to keep these eggs in its original state. If the egg is too dirty, you do not wash the egg because then you remove the bloom. But you should be able to take a cloth and clean the egg to get the debris off of the egg. Okay? So when you go, you ask them for eggs as clean as they can pick them. And you make sure you ask for dirty eggs in order to do this process. Now, today we're going to do this process. And for 2 days or 3 days in a row, I'm going to bring you some other processes that you can do that does not require you having pickling lime, aka slake lime, aka calcium hydroxide. So let me get these bad boys cleaned up and I will be right back with you. Stay tuned. Okay, y'all ready? Let's go. So, food grade container, glass jar, food grade 3-gallon bucket, 5-gallon bucket, and these are both half-gallon containers. Just different shapes. That's all. I'm using distilled water to pour into the pickling lime to preserve the eggs. Now, if you don't have distilled water, you also can boil the water and let it completely cool before adding your lime to the water to preserve your eggs. So, 1 ounce of pickling lime to 1 quart of water. If you're not sure or don't have a measuring scale to measure out 1 ounce of pickling lime, that will be equivalent to 1 tablespoon. I'm sorry, 2 tablespoons. 2 tablespoons will be equivalent to that 1 ounce that you need to add to the 1 quart of water. So, here we go. And y'all already know I'm making a mess. This is a very fine powder. And also feel free to wear, something over your face so that it can eliminate the dust getting, into your lungs or whatever the case is. It's 2 tablespoons of water. Now, I have already poured the 2 quarts of water into this pitcher, which is this distilled water. The 2 quarts of water will be equivalent to 1/2 gallon. So 2 quarts of water will be poured into this lime solution, and then we'll give it a stir. Now, what I like about using the pouring the water in first is that it allowed me to see how much space I would have when I put the eggs in. So I'm getting a little blurry here, y'all. I don't know. That's what economy cell phones will do to you. But just stay with me. So if I lower the eggs in here, this is going to rise up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to transfer this into my 3-gallon bucket. And I'm going to add an additional half a gallon to this 3-gallon bucket, which will give me 1 gallon. And for sure, I'll be able to put eggs in there and be able to fill up my container. And remember, you don't have to fill it up all at once. So as you get eggs or go out and collect eggs for those who have chickens, you can continue to add eggs into the solution. So let me get something to stir these eggs up. We back. Here we go. So give me one moment. Okay, y'all. I got to make a correction. I put the so remember, it's supposed to be 2 tablespoons will be equivalent to 1 ounce per quart. And I put 1 tablespoon per quart. So I put in the 2 quarts that I put in a half a gallon jar, I'm supposed to put 4 tablespoons. So altogether, I used a gallon, which is 4 quarts. So there should be 8 tablespoons. So I'm going to go in now and add the other 4. See, y'all make me so nervous now. Y'all got to stop that foolishness. Now, I'm going to go ahead and add these 4 in here. I had to correct myself on here. Good thing I looked at this video and didn't upload it. So give me a second. So let me add the other 4, y'all, in here. Okay. It's 1. I don't guess it'll hurt. Putting it here don't make no difference. As long as I can get it stirred up. 2. 3. Trying to be careful putting it in here because it's making this dust cloud. 4. Okay. Now we good to go. So I'm going to get this stirred up and come right back and end this video. I want it to be accurate and correct. You can't be nervous making these videos. You can't make no mistakes. If you do, correct them so that people can get the right information. And that's why I also say, go look up for yourself too. Because, you know, I ain't no pro, no expert. I'm learning just like y'all. Just bringing the ideas and trying to do it in front of y'all so that y'all can see, you know, how it's done. That it's not so scary after all. So give me 1 second. Give me this stirred up in here. And I'll come back and end the video. Alrighty. See, it's got that milky looking flavor to it. And if you able to weigh out your solution on the scale, feel free to do so. But this is for people who may not have a scale and want to know, well, I don't have a scale. How can I determine what the 1 ounce of solution is? So I know that this is going to rise up. Anytime you add mass to liquid, it's going to make the liquid rise. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pour, and I got 1 hand. I see what them YouTubers be meaning by they say, I got 1 hand. I'm working with 1 hand, y'all. Okay, so I'm going to pour this into this clean bucket. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and fill it up with the rest of the water, which will give me 1 gallon. So now we're working with a 3-gallon bucket. Take my jug back to Walmart, mark the word distilled water off of it, and put me some filter water in there for 39 cents a gallon in Virginia and 29 cents in DC. Hello, you already know how I do it. Okay. 1. 2. Ooh, let me see. 2. So remember, and I'm telling y'all, this powder, boy, I'm telling you, this little smoky powder, look at that. I don't know if y'all can see it. This stuff sure does get up in your nose. And I probably should have been wearing something myself instead of telling y'all to wear it, telling y'all to be safe and protect y'all lungs. And I'm up here hurt mine. Let me see. You always want to be safe when you working with stuff like this. Mask, something to cover your nose, and gloves if you got a concern about, Lyme irritating your skin. And I'm sure when you have a long contact with Lyme, it probably would irritate your skin. Ain't gonna be nothing to burn you. That ain't Lyme, it's Lyme. Okay? Now, you also could get this Lyme from like your garden center at your local hardware store or something like that. You have to go in and ask for slake lime. It's the lime that they use, when they do like cement work and stuff like that. So, like I said, do additional research so that you can write down the instructions your way according to how you will understand them to make it easy for you, because that's what I do. I might hear things, but I'll write them down or, try to remember them where I can understand it my way. I don't want to waste nothing. Let me wiggle this a little bit on this spoon in here. All right. Listen to that. Somebody outside holding up into the window. Ain't my window, baby. My children grown. They got their own house. They ain't coming over here holding talking about some ma. All right now. So here we go. So now we're going to take these eggs with the bloom on it. Can you see that shiny looking? Let me see if I can get you to see. It's a little shine, a little sheen on it. That's that bloom. So when you wipe debris off, you don't want to wipe the egg hard. You want to just kind of, gently brush. If you got like a little brushing, with your thumb and a little rag, that's why I use like a cloth that got a little ridges in it, so I can kind of gently brush off the debris from the egg, because the eggs in the store are washed. That's why those eggs have to be refrigerated upon buying them, because they are already washed. When you purchase farm fresh eggs and you wash them, you have to put them in the refrigerator as well. So if you do not wash farm fresh eggs, you can leave them on the counter for about a week or two and use those eggs and wash them as you use them, but not before if you're going to leave them out. So that's the difference between store-bought eggs and farm fresh eggs. And you cannot do this with eggs that you purchase from the store. So I put my eggs in pointy side down. That has been suggested by many people who's been doing this for a long time. And yes, they will fall over when you put them in there. But oh well, I guess you can go back down in there and stand them up. I do everything with my hands, honey. I got the roughest, toughest hands in the United States of America. So I ain't worrying about this hurting me. And I know how to wash my hands. I done changed many a diapers, honey. When I had my children, honey, the things that I seen in them diapers, I was afraid to touch. So I ain't worried about a thing. Okay? I ain't know what they put in that Gerber and all that rice cereal and carrying on. So this is how you're going to get this in here. Like this. And you're going to lower these eggs down in here. Make sure they have no cracks or no fractures in the egg. Do not wash your eggs before doing this process, because you will take the bloom off and the lime will seep into your eggs. And make sure that the lime that you purchase, that it is food grade slake lime. Don't want to leave that out. Everything that goes in your mouth should be food grade. Period. Anyway. So, there we have it. Now, what I wanted to do is I wanted you to see how it looked in this jar. So, attempt failed. But still, you get the point. You know what it is that I'm doing. I will be adding more eggs to this lime and preserving eggs for my family. Now, when you go into these eggs months or years down the line, you can go into them as much as you want. You can open and close the lid, take eggs out. You can crack the eggs. The yolk will still be in place. There may be a little difference in the color. Instead of being orange, it might be more yellow or yellowish orange. And you know, farm fresh eggs have that strong shell to it. It's a little harder than those fragile eggs that you buy at the store. So the shell may soften a little when you're doing this process. But nevertheless, that is preserving eggs at its finest. So I hope this video helps somebody. I hope that you're able to preserve eggs. I hope that if anything go wrong, you get you some eggs inside of some slake lime. It's the same pickling lime that you would use that you would find in the canning section in the store. If not, go to Amazon and look up Mrs. Wages pickling lime, or visit your local garden center and ask for food grade slake lime, also known as calcium hydroxide. So there's more than one way to skin a cat, y'all. Do not worry and do not fret. Do not worry and do not fret. There are ways that you can put things away for yourself. If you do not have a farm in your area, look up and find a local CSA near you, a share program near you. Find out if someone will be taking a trip somewhere. And for those of you who may not have somebody, find out a way that you can get transportation to visit a local farm, or if you're a senior, do they have a program that can possibly deliver to you? We got to keep moving. Can't get discouraged now. Look, sometimes you don't know things until you ask, because you don't get people to tell you stuff every day. Because some people scrambling to save themselves right now and try to figure things out. So the best that I can, I'm going to try to prompt ideas in your mind so that you don't say, well, I don't have this and nobody don't do that for me and I don't have family. My children don't talk to me. Oh, well, look, that's water under the bridge. Keep it moving. As long as you got breath in your body and God is waking you up every morning, baby girl, baby boy, keep it moving. If there is a will, and if you woke up, you have a will, there is a way. Until next time, peace.